Alright guys, first up we have a follower mod that is of above average caliber compared to the median caliber of existing follower mod. Okay, basically this follower is up there with the likes of Inigo and Vilya, some of the goats, not to oversell or anything. This is Arissa.
Arissa Asius O'Pharaoh. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
And spoiler alert, you'll find her in the Falkreath Inn. She's gonna ask you to find her heirloom. You're gonna follow her outside in the night. She's gonna beat you up, take your stuff, and then you'll wake up the next morning. You'll find her in trouble. You'll be nice and bail her out, and then you're gonna kill her. You're gonna beat the living shit out of her for what she did to you, and that's that. Fucking excellent mod, guys. Fucking excellent. Wait, what? Oh, you're actually supposed to enlist her as a follower after she robbed you. Right, okay. Right, this is where the regard system comes in, and it makes sense. After what happened, neither of you really trust each other. However, you still want her around for her particular skills in robbing people. As a thief, she'll also lockpick for you, as well as provide you with poisons, but only if she regards you highly. Displaying skills in combat will increase her regard for you. Trying to murder her will not increase your regard, it will decrease, as well as eating people, aka cannibalism, actually offends her so much that she will just leave your service forever and never come back.
You disgust me! Get away from me!
The way she speaks to you, her tone, will also change depending on her regard. She may sound like the sweetest young thing and be all respectful to you and shit, but the moment you try to eat somebody is the moment she acts like a total bitch.
I'm sworn to carry your burdens. Oh wait, I'm not.
So be a good Samaritan around her, kill people when she's not looking, and then maybe she'll be nice enough to give you stuff like poisons and lockpicks and do other things for you. Now I'm saying, she's also realistic in that when you visit cities or towns, she'll tell you about it, share her own stories, switch into casual wear, and then you can ask her to go out on her own and meet you when you guys are leaving. Definitely one of the best follower mods that is not just a pretty face. Man has always dreamed of flying. The Dragonborn can shout like a dragon. Why can't he fly like a dragon? That's right, bitch. This is Animated Dragon Wings by Anton. And this mod adds new recipes in the cooking pot that will allow you to create several new potions called mutagen potions. And when you drink these potions, you guessed it, you grow a pair of mutated wings on your back. There are about 8 variations and they all look really sexy. The wings, of course, come with their own sound effects as well as animations for when you're running, jumping, crouching, and just everything. It's actually kinda cute how they flop when you jump. Unfortunately, these wings are not exactly functional. That's right, I lied to you. These wings don't allow you to actually fly. They're strictly for aesthetic purposes, and aesthetic they do look, but that's what this next mod is for. This is the flying mod. And with this mod, you can finally put these sexy wings to use and pretend like you're one of them. And you're probably wondering, you know, what can you do while you're flying? Can you cast spells? Can you use weapons? Well, first of all, if you're gonna draw your weapon, you need to stop flying, because if you don't, this is gonna happen. And all your attacks pretty much end up shooting death beams at your enemies, which is pretty sweet in my opinion. You're also given a power that will allow you to select a companion to fly with you, and in turn, they also somehow gain dragon abilities. Check this out. Dragon dog. Dog, dragon, much dragon, such ice breath, very awesome, wow. And that awkward moment when you mount Shadow Meter when you're both flying, and you end up switching places. I have no idea how modding works, guys. And moving on to armor mods, the first one is the Elven Rogue Armor by Nanobeats. And taking one look at this, I can already tell that this is a combination of Road Stroker's Rogue Sorceress armor and Nikita's Elven Scout armor. This is simple modding, guys. Look, if you don't know how to mod yourself and create models, meshes, and textures, then simply just combine some of the works of the best modders out there, and you'll end up with most likely something that looks good and something that'll probably hit the hot files list. Next up, we have the Warhammer Sorceress robes by Better Because, and this one, of course, is taken from the online MMO Warhammer Online. Well, I shouldn't say taken, obviously inspired by, since the quality here is 100 times better than what it looked like in Warhammer Online. And the last armor mod, let's just quickly take a look at this one right over here. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this one. I was like, is this real life? Like, does this actually exist? This guy is like some sort of mad genius, some sort of mad Kinkiest genius, because who comes up with this stuff? He seriously must have thought way outside of the box for this one, and I really respect that. And here comes a mod that is almost as convoluted as Bruce Hamar, except way more lore friendly, and I guess less funny. This is Spectroverse, the Magic of the Magna J by Enai Sayayan. The mod starts when you run into Kajar, a very animated Khajiit. I actually almost confused this guy for a vanilla Khajiit by just how well voice acted he is. And he'll just warn you about the world ending, is all.
Shards of the stars, magic everywhere. Boom, lash it go.
So the story revolves around the Magna J, the star orphans or children of Magnus, the architect of Nirn, and they fled to Aetherius and are now in a conflict that nobody really knows about because honestly the story is pretty fucking complicated. I think everyone that played this mod didn't know exactly what was going on, but sort of knew the general idea, especially when these are the explanations.
Ozzy is a spirit of Y, a cursed penumbra. He is a fragment of the shattered Menumbrial, once the Mother Dawn. She lost her dawns to the critic mark, darkening her light forever.
I'm gonna assume that you need just a little bit of lore and knowledge to comprehend what he just said. I have to say though, his prose is just so eloquent.
No other mortal could stop Ilmasi. Fallen though he may be, Magna he still is.
The dialogue sounds like poetry, guys, and I don't know about you guys, but I was not good at poetry in high school. The mod will take you through several dungeons that offer some of the most unique puzzles I've ever seen in Skyrim modding. A lot of them very challenging and also very frustrating. If you're a little bitch and don't want to solve hard puzzles, then get out of the kitchen. I think that's how it goes because it's too hot in there. I don't know. One of the most frustrating things you'll come across in this mod though are these balls of light. Not only do these balls constantly shoot balls in your face to the point where you can't even see anything, they're also invincible to pretty much everything you have, except for a few select spells that were added in this mod. There are 42 spells, most of them will be available early on. However, the remaining handful or so will be decided on whichever Magna J you sided with. Most of these spells added by this mod are meant to be used in conjunction with each other. A lot of them revolve around balls. I feel like, you know, Anaya Sayayan really likes balls. And rods. For example, you'll have spells that allow you to summon balls, and then another spell that will allow those balls to come together and attack your target. And another spell allows you to summon rods, and then you'll have another spell that will command these rods to shoot balls at your targets. A lot of them also revolve around placing balls in the sky that will either shoot rods down below, but really you're supposed to use a force grip to force your enemy up into the balls that you just placed in the sky. And then there's the granddaddy of all the spells that allow you to teleport all your enemies into a closed space where you could relentlessly hit them in the face with balls until they've all died. That awkward moment when you mount Shadowmere in the wormhole and then you end up falling from a million feet. So yeah, really fun spells, guys. And if you're wondering, a lot of these monsters that I'm using to test these spells on are from Jacka's or JG Monsters 1.7, and this mod just adds a lot of monsters scattered through leveled zones. All of them are derivative works, which means they're from other games and franchises such as Monster Hunter. And yeah, they're really huge and big, and check out that ass on this mushroom thingy. You know, real nice, real tight. And that is it for this week, guys. Hope you enjoyed all the mods featured in this episode.